What? Oh, okay, you don't like it. Here we go. Breathe me in, breathe me out. I don't know if I could ever go without watermelon sugar high.
That's quite enough of that, thank you very much.
Oh, it was a good gig though, wasn't it? Bloody good.
It was good, but
Okay,
I think I'm Harry Styled out for the night.
Right, fair enough. Yeah. Out of curiosity, where are we?
I honestly have no idea.
I can't believe you managed to get us lost again.
Me?
I grumbled as I drove Sarah's bright yellow behemoth into a deserted village. I laughed in my head to myself.
My car
Sarah
is
liked to call
not
her
a
shiny
behemoth,
new
it's
car Beryl
beautiful.
the Yellow Peril, as a reference to something way back when I had
How
no
did you-
idea about.
Well, it was
Catching my
all
grin,
over
she
your
immediately
face.
saw my
And keep your eyes on
expression.
the road, please. Honestly, Tim, staring at me like that.
Jokes aside, though, where the friggin' hell are we?
You can swear properly, you know. You are a grown-up.
Well, I guess you did teach me all I know about swearing. But this is a family-friendly story.
Really? Breaking the fourth wall already?
Well,
Well,
it had to be done.
It did. Okay, seriously though, where are we? Any ideas? Well,
Me? Well, I wasn't the one to get us lost. It was that crazy GPS on your yellow Beryl.
Thank
Beryl
you.
thing.
Thank you.
I altered my speech as I saw her glare at me. Casting my eyes on the road, we were driving through a very dimly lit village. The only light we could see was from the flickering of cast iron lampposts. I guess I should tell you how we got here. Well, it's Sarah's fault, of course. We were driving back from my second Harry Styles gig. It was his Halloween special in Manchester. In all our wisdom, we had somehow decided to drive back afterwards as all the hotels were rammed and even Alan's work perks couldn't get us a room. The gig had been amazing. Harry had about 10 different costume changes, all in different themed Halloween movie references. Despite the fact that I really didn't appreciate his music like Sarah did, it was a fun night. However, a turn down Snake Pass because one of the major motorways was closed was only the start of our worries. It got its name for a reason. Winding round perilously, it really wasn't a road to be tangling with at this time of night. Then there had been a fallen tree that blocked the entire road, forcing us a different way. Now we were goodness knows where, tired and fed up in this weird little village. Then, as I slowly drove down what looked like the main road, though it only had a handful of cottages on it, suddenly the range on the screen went from 150 miles
what's
to
going on
0
there?
before the
What
car
was going
screen
on?
spluttered, then died.
Oh my God.
leaving us in the dark.
What the...
Family-friendly.
Sorry. Anyway, sod that. What the blinking hell is going on? What has happened? And what the hell have you done to Beryl?
What have I done?
Well, you're driving. It's your fault.
It's hardly like I waved a magic wand and sucked all the battery out of it.
Wouldn't surprise me. I'll take this stupid hat off, throw that in the back. What are we doing?
The car was right in the middle of the road and after slowing to a crawl, eventually stopped. I guided it to the left side of the road, turning the wheels being very difficult, without the powered steering to aid me. I looked outside to see about 5 houses on one side of the road, the opposite there being a derelict-looking post office with a shabby postbox covered with weeds that could have been there untouched for years.
Well, it's no use staying in the car. Let's go find someone.
All right, missus, all right.
Don't misgender me.
I retorted, a common reaction in our banter. I guess both of us were a bit stressed, annoying, and probably a bit scared too. Opening the door, we both stepped outside to a very eerie scene. The silence was deafening. Not even a distant car could be heard. I thought I might have heard a gentle meow of a cat, and oddly the sound of crickets or grasshoppers. As I stepped out of the car, before I could get my footing, an invisible force seemed to hurl me backwards before slamming the door shut.
Ah! What the freaking hell's that? Sarah?
I called out as I scrambled
Where
to
are
my
you?
feet, my hands mucky from the road. I heard the familiar chunter she always pulled out when she was in pain. I momentarily thought about how hard it was for my bestie. She was the most wonderful friend in the world and meant everything to me, but the fact that she had to deal with so many issues just wasn't fair.
Ow! Ow!
She snapped me out of my boots. At the other side of the car, there was an overgrown bush in front of the post office that had overgrown.
No photos, no. If you put that
Overgrown
on the
front
Nerd
bush in
Net
front of the
or
post
any of them,
office,
I'll
and Sarah
lose
tumbled
you.
back into it.
Please.
She looked quite comic and splayed out like a scarecrow. The barbed branches
Have you
stopped me her
finished?
movement.
Have you finished?
She gave me a warning
Just
look.
about.
I couldn't help it though. The grin had started already, and I let out the biggest cackle of laughter, nearly wetting myself at her plight.
Put it on.
Ooh, it's big.
Bloody freezing.
Freezing.
The car hasn't run away yet, so can you help me up first before you start complaining about the temperature? Ow! Ow! Ow!
I proceeded to remove the branches from each bit of clothing, trying not to rip any of them. As I got her to her feet, I managed to save her walking stick from the ground. Like her, the stick was beautiful and eclectic, with dragons and a lovely logo our good friend Anne had drawn for her. On a background of purple, it denoted her through and through.
Oh, really? That hoodie?
Why not?
Oh dear. Never mind, eh? Oh, come on, learn to dress. You just. You know, you don't want to stand straight, you know? You might be in the middle of nowhere and absolutely lost, but you've got to look cool.
I am cool.
Okay, you're nattering over this?
Car suddenly burst into life before slamming the doors and driving itself full pelt, racing its way through the village. I tried to run after it, but it was just too fast. Sarah shouted out. She turned to me as if I had all the answers.
Well, this is a part of the story where the brave heroes commence on their quest to find out what's going on in the mysterious village.
This is not one of your stories, Jonathan.
No, if there was, there'd be a cute guy.
Family friendly.
Okay, well,
Where goes the boy?
I looked around, shocked to see that the lampposts were actually real candles burning. Looking towards the 5 houses, I realised that one was actually inhabited. A faint glow in the window, along with a fine wisp of smoke coming out of the cottage chimney, was all the signs, though.
Don't rush off, I'm an old lady.
Sarah called after me, using her age only when it suited her. Linking arms, we both marched over the road towards the cottage.
Okay.
Like the rest of the village, it was dishevelled and looking like no one lived in it for a long time. The front garden gate teetered on its side, only held on by one end, the front garden itself being a mass of brambles, weeds and overgrown trees. The door to the side of the building had a glow, and I thought I could smell herbs. As we approached the door, I heard the meow again, and maybe the sound of someone talking. Bravely, I knocked loudly on the door. There was a creaking of floorboards, and the sound of the scraping of wood. And before we could change our minds, the door swung open. There, stood highlighted by a roaring fire in the distance, was an old woman, dressed in a headscarf and wearing ridiculously over-the-top jewellery that somehow clashed with her gilet, cardigan and trousers. It was then that I saw it behind her, the black cauldron suspended over the fire. On a seat next to it was the blackest cat I had ever seen, with startling green eyes. And then in the corner by the fire was a broomstick. The moment I saw the cauldron, the fire, the cat, and then widening my eyes, what looked like a dusty spellbook resting on a wooden stand, I wanted to run. I'd seen Hocus Pocus, I knew the risks, and it was close to Halloween. In fact, midnight, it would be the day itself. Or the night. Sarah, though, was the opposite to me. She loved talking to people, and all it took was one gaze of the cauldron and she was off.
Oh my God! Is that a real cauldron? Of course it's real. Why don't you both come in? You look a right state. It's going to be right freezing tonight. We can't go in there. Why not? She's a stranger. Come now. Got a lovely book on herbology. You like that, don't you, Sarah? Look at my broom. I believe your kids bought you one recently. Did they not? Yeah, but it looks so good. You No. Yes, yes, yes.
Did the gingerbread cottage teach you nothing?
There's absolutely nothing. Come on.
A sinking feeling in my chest as a door slammed behind us, wondering if we would ever get out alive.